I love that. I love that intro. It's so cool.
Those are so much fun to make too. And
Yeah.
all I use is video maker, intro maker, and power director. And I just throw them
Whoa.
all together. I make this with this, and then throw in the power director, put it all on there, and it's pretty much the same thing that I do with. And then I take whatever I got there, put two of them together, and put on there, and then I do an upload. So I go do all kinds of crap. What is
Yeah,
up,
no,
everybody? So sorry that we're late. We were bullshitting and talking over a couple things.
I talk too
Um,
much.
but welcome to For the Horror of It. This is episode 4. That's Karen from Motion Chicks Films, and of course, you know that I am GoreAphobe. And tonight is a very, very cool special movie. We got all kinds of facts, we got all kinds of bullshit going on. This is Phantasm from 1979. Anyone who's seen it knows what I'm talking about. It is badass. It is influential. It is visceral. It is a very, very cool movie. And let me see who's in here. Marianne, this will be the first time that you've been on my channel. If you're around, and when and if you come around, you'll get to see a movie that's not so serious. You will get to see a movie that is fun. This one's fun. Phantasm is fun. It's a horror movie, but it's fun. You
It's
see, little,
surreal. I heard it was surreal.
it's like one big dream or one big nightmare. Yeah,
Yeah.
basically. It's like friggin' boy. Yep. Hey, what's up, Edgar? Hey, Nanette, how you doing? That's just
Hey, Nanette.
chattering. She just told me she didn't feel good a minute ago. I could answer her back, but hey, just
Doesn't matter if you don't feel good, you still got to go in the chats.
yeah,
That's a law.
just lay back and relax. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, Ninja, what's going on, man?
Hey, Ninja.
Ninja's even got a fact that he was wanting to bring up. I do believe he mentioned it last night. Hey, Sean, what's going on, man?
Hey, Sean.
Hello,
And
everybody. We got all kinds of crap here. I even have some Phantasm memorabilia to show off and everything. So, and we've got a 20-minute. Hey, Marianne. Yes. Okay. This one, you've seen a lot of serious shit. Okay, right? With Fulci. This movie is not. I mean, it's not a comedy by any means, but it's fun. No fun in Fulci. This is fun, and it is on Tubi.
cool.
It is on Pluto. It is on Prime. Yeah, this is not Fulci. So okay,
Cool.
everyone who wants to screw with me on my channel, it's the last second thing, but it turned out good. That's good. Hey, Echo, what's going on, man?
Hey, Echo.
Now I'm going to try to find a way here. I've got to get creative. Hey, Dan, what's going on, man?
Hey, Mr. Dan.
Get creative. I got to be me. I got to cover everything. I got to watch this film. I've got to do a commentary on this film without giving anything away to now two people that hasn't seen it before, including my co-host. So
Yeah, don't ruin it.
yeah, I wish you guys would have watched it ahead of time. That way I could have just went home wild. But all
You
right.
just have to wait for the scenes to pop up. That's all.
And at the same time, try not to talk through it so you hear what's going on. You know, that's hard for me. I'm on to be in the chat. I just don't think I should be on camera. Oh, yeah. Like we're in Karen. And
Hey,
everybody saying
Fred.
hello. Phantasm was never called that in Australia. It was called the Never Dead. It was also called Phantasmi in Italy. Yeah, the Never Dead. I always thought that was a great, great name.
Yeah,
A
and I
great,
know why. Because there was a porn film called Phantasm starting with an F. I
see,
researched
she, she,
that part.
see,
I
she's
did
done
my
her own
homework.
work on this one too.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's cool. So
yeah.
whatever you bring up that I haven't hit yet, I'll just cross up.
Okay.
Hey, Fred, what's going on? If that doesn't theme, it's a very iconic theme. Oh, it has some badass music, absolutely. Um, Actually, never saw it until I saw Phantasm 2. I found out that Never Dead was Phantasm. Yeah. Wow. Okay. So you didn't notice Phantasm at all over there. So they just called Phantasm 2 Phantasm 2. So you guys probably wonder what the hell they were talking about, didn't you?
How many
That's
films are there?
five.
5.
But this is the one. This is the one that I like. The second one doesn't have the same kid starring as the lead
Okay.
role of Michael. They hired somebody else. I got some shit about that too, about why. Like, everybody saying, okay, not gonna read up everybody saying hello.
Everybody's
But
saying hi.
and just like usual, we've got a special guest that I recorded Sunday, and I'll be playing a little excerpts from that. What is up, everybody? How's everybody doing? I just freshly washed my hair.
Very nice. Very nice.
Yes, I this is my day to wash my hair. Isn't that funny from all those old shows where women would be like, I can't go out tonight, I have to wash my hair.
Yeah, it's hard being a girl.
It's like that's some bullshit, man. Just wash your hair early. How long does it take you to wash your hair, you know? I saw this one sitcom, this chick, I can't remember what it was, but she had real short hair. It's like, geez, it couldn't take long to wash that hair. I get it. She must have to condition it for a while. You always have to condition.
Yeah. And curl it and style it.
See, because since 1999, I went around like skinhead. I've had my head shaved. So just about the last 4 or 5 months, I've been growing my hair.
Right.
And I'd forgotten the pain in the ass when your hair starts getting longer. I forgot what it was like. I haven't had hair in 20 years.
Yeah, it is.
Forgot. Where Craven got his inspiration for his cult classic Nightmare on Elm Street. Because there are some scenes that seem to inspire that film, like the scene that gets stuck in the mud. Yes, it's Amazon Prime, no commercials. Oh, so you're gonna do it on Prime? Okay.
I'm doing it on
cemetery. Yeah, just remember, Fred. There's 2 people that hasn't seen it here, so don't give it away too much, man.
No spoilers.
But yeah, that is very true. Yeah, there's yeah, because this is, you know, and if anybody doesn't know what phantasm means, it just basically means it's a ghost or an apparition or an entity that doesn't belong. It doesn't belong there. It's something, someplace where, you know, I mean, it doesn't fit. It's just not supposed to be there. That's a phantasm, I guess. I already told everyone how I was doing, so I'm not going to say it again. Oh, hey, well, I'm sorry you don't feel very good, but I felt like shit last night, man. I'm a little bit better tonight. My sinuses were messing with me so bad.
I have a plugged ear. My ear's plugged for the last 3 days. That's horrible. I'm all out of whack.
Did you go swimming or something?
No, every spring this happens to me, it seems, and it just got me good this year. So there's nothing I can do. Got to wait it out, you know. But it's horrible because you feel disoriented. You can't hear anything. So yeah. But what do you do?
Yeah, very true.
It's that time of year. Allergies start up and everything. So you know.
Right.
Yeah.
You'll see this little guy in the film. A few of these little guys like this. My wife Zona and I called them Jawas because they look like little Jawas from Star Wars.
Okay.
Look, here is a microscopic size.
Well, cool. Yeah, I know that.
They call them spheres in this, but they're actually known as, the original name was Sentinels.
Sentinels. Yeah, I read that.
They should have kept calling them Sentinels. And I have like I said before, I have a big Sentinel.
Cool. Yeah, that's when you told me, and I said I'd never seen it before.
Yeah. And I'm going to do this now, so there'll be time for all the interviews and all that kind of stuff later. Here is a Phantasm 2 slipcover signed by the tall man that plays Angus Scrimm, or
cool.
Angus Scrimm that plays the tall man. Boy, Angus Scrimm.
That's cool.
And I got the set right there, and I actually have a tall man figure right there. I'll wait a little bit to show that.
Right.
So, is everyone ready to go here?
I'm ready. Wait.
Go there and see plus through Amazon Prime Video. Very cool. Yeah, and like I said, it's also on Tubi and Pluto if you guys don't have Prime. So I'm gonna turn just a little bit so it gets this. This is one of my I was looking forward to my Monday show and my Tuesday show, and soon I'm going to be starting a couple of little things, so I'll be looking forward to them. But these 2 at the beginning of the week, I always look forward to these. I wish I had to go so late, you know, but I don't like to step on any toes when anybody was doing it earlier. You know what I mean? I don't want I don't want the community to have to choose. So that's why I do that.
Right.
It's just something I'm really weird about. You're sick. That English signature. Wow. Yeah. I actually got lucky with that, man. If you knew a lot about this movie, you'd understand how cool that is to have his autograph. He's a boy.
Yeah, I think that's cool.
He's an icon. He is like damn near Jason, Freddy, Michael Myers level icon. Damn near. He's on a smaller level. Little smaller level. Alrighty. So, let's say she's ready. Is everybody else anybody else need any time? I actually have a poster coming for Phantasm. The big
Do you?
Yeah, I'm gonna replace one of them in here. Probably, I don't know. It's all covered. I'm not sure, but it's new. Like something needs to shut down for a while.
Rotate something around.
Here's when he is ready. Yeah, or just I mean, I don't know. I always try to get different angles too. Like I'm doing a different angle the last 2 days than usual. There last week I had it pointing in that way, and sometimes I had it pointing straight back.
Yeah.
If the cords and shit were long enough, well, I could turn around this way and have it pointing that way, but then you guys would be seeing my TV, and I wouldn't be able to see it. And I don't want to switch over there.
Yeah.
I'd have my back to the TV. That'd be ridiculous.
Yeah. I have a shelf in front of the TV actually, so it's kind of, but it's all good.
Yeah. Larry, what's going on, man? He has a clown.
Hey, Larry.
He has a clown in a sewer. What? Brady has a clown in a sewer. All right, man. All right. If everybody's ready, stop me before I go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right.
Oh, I have a commercial.
All right. Pause it real quick, everybody. Let me get through this little part right here because I'm watching it through my Arrow Blu-ray, so I haven't got this on. It's just a little bad robot thing. All right. I gotta pause. Let me know when it's done.
Okay.
And then we'll push.
Still going. That's the only thing I hate. It's not Doobie.
Maybe you'll want to get it after you see it.
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping.
But after this is over, watch it again. You know, when you can actually pay attention to everything. Trust me, you'll definitely want to.
It started.
This is a good one.
Yeah, a lot of people say it is, so.
Yes. I've got the Avco Embassy sign here showing. Avco Embassy film. Here we go. Yeah, this fucker lets you know right away that it means business. It's got very good music, very good sound.
Turn mine down
A little bit. I'm trying to turn up volume just a little bit here. If I can hear it on my TV, let me know, so I don't get flagged.
You can probably go a little bit.
They're getting busy in the graveyard. Oh, baby. Oh.
Man. She says, movie started with a bang, literally.
Oh, baby. Tommy. Oh, that was quick. Oh, that was great, baby. I bet it was. No, I've never been a big fan of that. You know, I hate to bring this up. I've never been a big fan of her face or her boot. I don't
This
understand Tommy's
girl?
reasoning. Yeah, I don't understand Tommy's reasoning. But she stabbed him. So you know, she got ugly boobs, she got ugly face, and she stabbed him.
Yikes.
Dude didn't get well. I mean, he got a little something out of it. You know, it's about to begin, sir. Yeah, he's quoting he's quoting a line. That dude on the left is Jody Pearson, and the guy on the right, his name is Reggie. He's the ice cream man.
Okay.
This guy's a perfect example of why if I go bald all the way on top of my head, if I go, you know, if I lose all my hair on top of my head, I will not be leaving the back alone.
Shave it.
That is ridiculous. To have you
Yeah.
bald on top of your head and have long hair in the
Yeah.
back, that's ridiculous.
I remember that. Yeah, just shave it.
If you go bald up here, just get rid of it, man.
Yeah.
Don't be lying to yourself. You always wear a hat, yeah, but in your house, you just can wear a hat all the time. But, you know, you can't do it, don't do it. Figure the tool, man. Life. Yeah, I got both those actually, Larry. Not to play. But yeah, I got both of those, man. I'm getting right here.
Several of the spheres. The orbs. Cool.
What's up with my life? Yeah, that's him. Boy. Yeah, it's just, man, and basically the synopsis is this. It's about two brothers and their friend that, you know, are going through the recent death of the two brothers' parents. This is the little brother flying across there on the dirt bike. Okay, I don't know if you guys are there yet, but you should be seeing a kid go across there in a bike, a motorcycle.
I'm seeing that now. Is that mausoleum? Is that inside the house?
That's the whole funeral home. Mausoleum in the funeral home.
Okay. So this house is pretty
That's
iconic. Do you know anything about the house?
Yeah, I mean, I know where it's at, shit like that, and the name and all that stuff.
Right. So here's a weird little tidbit of a fact that you might not know. The fellow who built that house in Oakland, California, name is Dunsmuir, Robert Dunsmuir. So Dunsmuir actually built a little castle, I believe, that's near where I live in my town called Craigdarroch Castle. And I was reading about this today and I was thinking about that. And what's ironic is I went to the cemetery the other day just because it's a really beautiful cemetery near the ocean, just for something to do. And I saw the tomb of Robert Dunsmuir, and a weird bird flew on top of it. And my daughter and I both noticed, and I took a picture of it. Didn't think anything of it. And then I was reading this and I was like, wait, what?
Wow.
So I guess he was like a railroad tycoon. So I'm thinking maybe he built the house down there as well as this castle here at different time periods. Yeah, because it's the same name. So I'm curious if anybody knows anything about that in the chat.
Wow, yeah, because that's in California. I mean, the setting it's they're supposed to be in Oregon, but most of it's actually shot in California.
Right.
Over by Oakland, and let me see, Julian and Chatsworthy over by the San Fernando Valley.
Right. And this house, the house, the funeral home, is actually the place where they filmed Burnt Offerings as well.
Yeah, yeah.
I read that. I love that movie.
It's all the same. Hold on, let me see here. I have the exact. I got some of the bullshit written down. Yeah, I have exactly what you're talking about, right? Yeah. Yeah. Oh, okay. Yes, the Dunsmuir Hellman Historic Estate in eastern Oakland, California.
Right.
Now, yeah, and right there in Oakland is also it was also the site for I Married an Axe Murderer and A View to a Kill was
Oh,
also
cool.
filled in this town.
Okay.
And Bernoffin's exactly. Yes, that's the one from NECA. As far as I know, it's about the only one that's actually been officially made. There, it's sort of like a gothic horror movie slash movie. Yeah, it's just it's so surreal is the best way to put it. Now, the guy that got stabbed there by the blonde chick, that's the one that they're at the funeral for and burying right now.
Okay.
That was their buddy that they grew up with. So these guys have been to now in the last few months. They buried their parents and now one of his best friends.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a big ass place. That is a badass car. That's a 1971 Plymouth Cuda. They dressed it up to look like a Hemi Cuda, but the Hemi Cuda for that year there was only 2 made. Yeah, so they dressed it up to look like it was the Hemi. I'll check out. This is the tall man, the guy that picks this fucking thing up here. I don't know where you guys are at, but that's probably 500 or 600 pounds. He just picked it up, threw it in the bag.
I'm at that part. Yeah.
Look at it. He's like, "What the hell?" Is that what he said? He said, "What the fuck?" Hey, Jake, how you doing, man? Thanks for coming. Everybody say hello to Jake. Yeah, man. I'm not sure if you've been here before or not, or you're just showing up this first time because of Phantasm and all. Because he gives a fire for Phantasm, so Phantasm fan.
Cool.
Hello, hi, Dick Kelly. Yeah, but I'm trying to figure out. Let me see. Timestamp right now is almost 10 minutes. I'll go to about maybe 45 minutes, and then I'll play a little bit of the interview.
Sure.
So if I miss the 45-minute mark and somebody else notices it, let me know because that means I'm spacing. And I want to be able to fit in a lot of this. I always record about 20 minutes of footage talking about the film, and I only end up getting to play about 15, 16. Both interviews so far, I've missed the last part of it. This one, I'd like to get all of it.
Okay. So I'll keep an eye on it. So like another 35 minutes?
Yeah.
Okay. Got it.
Hey, guys, I'm a big fan of Phantasm director Don Coscerelli. Oh, yeah, man. Oh, yeah. I grew up on this. I seen this come out in 79, so I was 6 years old. I seen it probably 1980. And I remember the first time I see it, there's certain parts in here that got good creepy feel to it. And they stuck out to me from being a real little kid.
This was basically an indie film back in the day, right?
Mm-hmm. Oh, definitely.
Like self-funded and.
This is guerrilla filmmaking. Don Coscarelli's dad funded a lot of it, and he has a co-producer billing husband. He's he's in here as D.A. Coscarelli. Him and some other lawyer and doctor friends he has funded it. It was made for $300,000 approximately. Yeah. Must have been cool to have your dad involved in stuff like that.
Yeah, totally. It ended up going off. It did really well.
Yeah. For that 300,000, it ended up making like 22 million.
Yeah.
And it's funny what you got the 13, 14-year-old kids want to hops underneath the car and adjust shit. He immediately grabbed the ratchet and took underneath the car. He's the mechanic for the Cuda.
That's a cool car.
Very cool. Oh yeah. Talk about a muscle tour.
Yeah.
Oh, we got people watching the movie, it looks like. Not a whole lot of talking this time around.
Everybody's watching.
Yeah. It seems like it, yeah. He's got this, he keeps having these dreams of his brother leave, because his brother just come back when the parents died. He came back to take care of his little brother.
Okay.
And now he fears, he just lost his parents, and he fears his brother's gonna leave too. This is like the local weirdo
fortune teller.
Supposed psychic fortune teller, yeah.
Yeah.
That would be creepy to see this fucker pick this thing up and just, because because they state that the guy that was killed at the very beginning, the guy that's in that casket was over 300 pounds, and then you got him and the casket, and he's just able to pick it up and stick it in there.
Yeah. Well, usually pallbearers, there's like 8 people carrying something like that, not one.
Yeah, there was at least six carrying it out there. Yeah, and he just picked up that stuff. Uh-oh, you seen him. Now, when it's over, I'll discuss, some of the theories and stuff about what, because it's debatable, and there's theories about exactly what this film is about.
Okay. Yeah.
That box just appeared in the middle of the table. With the other table, so you can see, yeah, that's what just happened. Fred, the box just appeared up on the table, and she said, "Stick your hand in there." And now he's like, I love the look of 1970.
Yeah, me too.
It's so cool. Late 70s, yeah.
Yeah.
That's
I always
like
hope it would be like that now, but it's not.
Yeah, things just, these a lot of red and shit in late 70s.
Yeah.
Like in the original Suspiria, there's so much really cool bright red in that.
Yeah.
See, and then he put the money up there, and the whole thing just disappeared. And he just, he seen it appear, so I guess he figured watching it disappear was all right. And she just totally messed with him. Now she's laughing at him. But to see the blonde's concerned, by what she just heard, she's like, "Whoa, that is messed up." Now, about like a year and a half ago, we did a review of this. Me and my son, my oldest son, and Patrick from Have Cheetah Will View.
Right.
That's what he was talking about last night when he said, "Didn't we do PHANTASM? Like we did a review of it."
Oh, okay, gotcha. Yeah.
See, there he is in his ice cream truck. He's the ice cream guy. Reggie the ice cream man. Travel around with his guitar. It's pretty cool little song that they play here. Bill Thornberry, the one in the hat, plays the older brother. He was a musician. So
okay.
I guess this is his song.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah.
He's got a good voice.
I love Suspiria too, Nanette. I'm doing that Monday. I'm starting Argento. Fulci's over.
Fulci's done?
Fulci has come to an end, yep.
Argento, that'll be cool though.
Yeah. I could have done a couple more, but I just wanted plenty of time to do Argento and all that kind of stuff before I wrap up the Italian watch.
Right.
I don't want to do them for, forever. I figured 6 Fulcis was enough. Probably 1 or 2 too many. But Now that guy right there, the ice cream guy right there, is the only one whose character is in throughout the whole thing.
Okay.
That he became like this cult favorite within the series.
Okay.
See, she heard, this is that blonde-headed girl. She heard what he said, and she went there. For some reason, she went there to investigate the shit he was talking about.
I got a commercial.
All right. All right. I'll pause and wait for you.
Okay.
So, do you guys, if you guys want to get ahead of us or whatever, that's however you want to do it. Not, but I'm gonna pause and wait for her real quick. If
Hopefully.
you guys ever see the end credits song, have you seen it? The song by Rick Baxter plays Red. Have you guys ever seen the fourth end credit song? There's a deleted scene that has them playing inside someplace. I remember that I've seen before. Is that what you're talking about, Fred? Let's see. I was going to do something. I completely forgot. But yeah, Friday you guys will be here at 10 o'clock with Exorcist Reviews, having a 50th anniversary full-out discussion on The Exorcist. We won't be watching on the world, discussing everything the original film, the 1973 film.
I'll be in the chat. I want to see that.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited about that. I've been wanting to, ever since I had my channel, I've been wanting to discuss The Exorcist in detail. Speaking of The Exorcist, that is Phil's favorite horror movie. Hey, Phil, how's it going?
Hey, Phil.
Yeah, if you're able to, Friday night, Phil, at 10 o'clock, I'll be on here with Exorcist Reviews, man, discussing the original Exorcist. So I know that's your favorite, so just figure out, or you can watch rewatch or whatever. Anyway, that's what I'm doing Friday night. Ran to somebody knew a little bit more than me.
It's back on.
You see that screen? I'm not sure exactly where you're, but
Nanette, I'm gonna message you. I'll message you about it. Don't worry, I got it all figured out.
I didn't speak. Oh, okay, yeah, I see what she's talking about that. Yeah, your mother's, yeah. Darn sucks in hell, yeah. That's a horrible thing to say to somebody. It is. That's just completely unnecessary. There's no reason to talk about my mama now. Making this shit personal.
Oh.
Are you two? What part are you on right now? I'm in almost 19 minutes.
The guy's having a beer with the girl.
Okay.
And they're going outside. The lady in the purple lavender dress. I guess that's her.
Yep.
They're outside.
He's fucking. You know what she did? Hunting daughter. Yeah. See, I told you, he's big extra fast. Me too. Oh my god. I seen that movie way too young. It scarred me. It's still kind of, it gives me that good, you know what I mean? It still gives me a weird, creepy feeling in a good way. You know, like, okay. It's that same chick from the beginning. The one that killed his friend.
Oh, okay.
That's her. See, she is not pretty. I don't think. It's her mouth. So.
She's just easy. I think that's it, right?
That's probably got a lot to do with why he's, yeah. She talked him into leaving the board. But the last time she was in the cemetery, of course, he doesn't know that. And here's his little brother smiling on him, watching. he's looking spoiled. Wow. Oh, Lord. Hey, Dreambug, how you doing? He said, hello, Gore and Gorgeous.
Hey, Junebug. This is creepy.
Yeah, yeah. Can you hear it?
I can't hear it. No.
You can't? Oh,
no.
Shit. See, that's why you need to be able to, you do need to rewatch it, because he's hearing a little growling noise, and that's why he's looking around.
Okay.
He's like, he just kind of thought he heard something. He's like, oh. And then he's at that point where he's like, oh, okay, maybe man, mine's just fucking with me. But now he's hearing it again. Now he knows he heard it. Ah, Jawa! And he just ran by screaming. He's a fucking underwear hanging out. That's my little brother. I'd be like that, really good. No, that's all right, man. Because once, and if that ever happens to me, I will be cutting it all off. I'll be shaving it. You see, Lion Demon and Common. Don't read that comment from Fred. Fred. I should not do that, man. He just saying, well, I'll give him the keys to the car here. He just hands the 13-year-old the keys to the CUDA. Go ahead and take it home. Well, he's the one that works on it, you know what I mean? He's the one that works on it.
Yeah.
He drives it better than him, I think. You go back here to, yeah. That's where I had one of the funniest parts of the whole film. And when he looks at him and he's like, he's talking about what he's seen. He's seen this whole thing over the ground come out. Maybe it's a gopher in the heat or something. He's like, it wasn't any gopher. And he's like, here, just take this and go. Of course, he doesn't believe that there was a little Jawa thing in the background. Yeah. He just thinks he see a jit. And now she's gone. Basically, what happened was he inadvertently, because he don't know anything about the chick, he inadvertently saved his brother's life.
Yeah.
So, hey, Horlies, what's going on?
Vaz.
Definitely creative. Me going. Just like the car in the movie, the CUDA. Yeah, like I was saying, they dressed it up to look like the Hemi CUDA, because for this particular year there was only 2 made, I guess.
Oh.
2. Well, the actual Hemi CUDA, they're a little different.
Oh, I didn't know that.
1971 Plymouth Hemi CUDAs, there was only 2. Vista cool. Talk about a nightmare. That would suck. I'm a few seconds ahead of you. I'll hang up.
Oh, that is creepy.
Yeah, I'll hang up. Oh, wait, I'm not telling you what's going to go on the court. Yeah, that would scare the shit out of you.
Yeah.
I had a nightmare. There used to be a guy here in Indiana where I'm at. There used to be a guy, a local horror guy from Indianapolis. And
Right.
he, every Saturday night, he would do a show, and his name was Sammy Terry. And he was like a horror host, kind of like Elvira or whatever. But he was
Right.
he was ghoulish looking, and he kind of
Mhm.
freaked me out when I was a little kid. I can remember being 5, 6 years old. I can actually remember this. One night he scared the shit out of me. I was asleep on this little love seat we had. Well, I had a nightmare that my foot was hanging over that love seat, and he had reached out underneath it and grabbed my foot and started fighting and biting into it.
Oh yeah,
I still remember that
horrifying.
nightmare. I still remember that nightmare. That was, oh man.
It was scary. Back then was scary. These young people have no idea. I used to sleep with the covers like this. I couldn't even breathe because I was scared at night because we watched all this stuff back then. It was scary. Nobody cared.
Yeah,
No?
yeah. Yeah, it does kind of remind you of the House of the Devil thing, yeah. I see Barracuda right down the street. I would think. Hey, Jamie, how you doing?
Hey, Jamie.
Do you like Phantasm, Jamie? Probably, yeah. I've only met one person that don't like Phantasm out of the whole community.
Really?
Doesn't particularly care for it, and that's Eric. Eric does not care for Phantasm. He
No.
likes all the sequels, but he doesn't like the original. Eric's weird that way.
He likes the sequels, though.
Yeah, and
Huh?
they're not nearly as good.
Something about them, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just Eric's just odd that way.
I like this so far. Knowing it was an indie film too, that's pretty cool. And it's kind of like it's like 70s, but it's like different. It has a really different feel to it. So I kind of like that.
Definitely, especially if you can hear it. Where do you watch it where you can hear it?
Right.
Because the score and shit is really cool to it. It's got really good audio.
Right.
Just all around. Longest
Yeah.
time I was scared of taking a shower because it's all like that sakes, right? I do like Phantasm. I figured you did. Now see, there he is right up underneath that car fixing that shit. I'm not sure what he's fixing exactly, but he's fixing it. Doesn't seem like that badass car would need this much maintenance all the time. To go to the first one, really? Like, because my entrance series, that's awesome.
I kind of want to watch the rest of them now too.
I have the whole set here. Of course, you know what I mean. There's the very last one called the Port Flight called Ravager. I didn't think was all that great, but you know,
Right.
first they get a little heavier as you go 2, 3, 4. It gets a lot heavier on the fun factor. It becomes a lot. There's some action that gets involved and all that shit. I was even those kids that got scared. Yeah, Jaws still scares me, man.
It's scary. That was scary.
I will not swim in the ocean. I don't think so. But there are
No,
no.
I will. I'm going cage diving one day.
Okay.
I'm going to do it. But it is scary. That movie scared everybody.
I'm looking forward. I've never done Jaws. I'm looking forward to doing Jaws on one of these shows for sure.
Oh yeah, yeah, you should.
But I'm waiting until it gets to where, you know, you don't have to rent it or own it. When you rank the series, oh my god. It's kind of hard for me because I don't like the guy that plays Mike. The one that plays the kid is the same guy in all of them except the second one. It's a different person plays him in the second one, and that makes me not like it that much. But 2 is a lot of people's favorite.
Why was that?
Well, this the 2's bigger budget, and it was done by an actual studio, and Reggie, the ice cream guy, almost wasn't in. But they decided to keep him. Coscarelli tried to keep Michael Baldwin, who plays Mike in this.
Yeah.
Plays the kid. Didn't want him. He wanted a bigger named actor. They actually Brad Pitt almost played him in the second.
Oh, wow.
Which came out in 87, 88. Brad Pitt almost won it, but it was a guy named James LaGrosse that got the part. And then Coscarelli got a little bit more power. And then for part 3, he brings him back. And plus, James LaGrosse had gotten a little bit bigger name. He had done a little bit more. And they didn't ask him. He just went back and got the original Mike.
Right. Oh, I have a commercial.
Damn.
Sorry.
Yeah, I hate you. Too many on my nerves that shit.
It's back.
Already?
Yep.
Bastards.
Don't question it. Don't say anything out loud.
When I was a teenager because I'm the Jaws team when I saw a Great White teenager. So they kicked you out? In the series Beyond Belief, Fact or Fiction, Angus Scrimm also had played a cemetery caretaker called the Grave Diggers, and it was tough. Thank you for it. Because when you got a couple of people that hadn't seen certain parts talking about, that's I don't want them to know the parts before they happen.
I'm okay. I don't mind.
That's why I'm a little quieter. I could be going stupid right now, but
I don't mind. I don't mind having spoilers and things like that. I still like to watch.
Everybody already knows that I could be going fucking stupid verbal right now. I'm maintaining. I'm just trying to be considerate.
Big question is, Mayanne, how are you enjoying it so far?
Yeah, I haven't heard from her at all. That's when she's usually talking.
She's into it.
And yeah, it's usually when I'm a little more verbal is when she'll talk a little bit more. So maybe it helps that I'm not, They get you out for that. Yeah, that's fucked up, man. Just because you're humming the Jaws theme? Jesus, talk about uptight. He kicks the window out. Yeah, this is very unique. This one, yeah. The whole series is different. It's weird. I get just a bit confused on what's going on. Yeah, well, basically, I mean, what's happened is like I said, that guy got killed at the beginning. It was at his funeral the next day because he was a friend of the bold guy and the kid's older brother. The little brother seen the tall man. That's the tall man, the guy that picked up the casket and put it in the back of the hearse. The tall man seen him riding across there and seen him see him basically. So he made him crash his bike. He went over, went to the to the psychic or whatever's house, and she said, he told her that he was afraid he's gonna lose his brother. See, because their parents died just months before this. That's why the older brother came back to take care of him. And now he's afraid, his fear of losing of his brother too. He suspects because he's seen the tall man do this weird shit that something weird's going on. There's some shit ain't right, of course. It's pretty obvious. So he's going to nib shit right now, basically to see what it is wrong. And that's basically what you got going on. Yes, exactly, Jamie. All the explained is,
It'll all make sense, which means there's a plot twist coming, I feel.
Hey, Kessler. You play a good game, boy. Yeah. For yourself, is it the game thing? It doesn't. The tall man is strong. He's very strong, absolutely. Like I said, because that friend wasn't no small little dude. Like he stuck the lighter in there between the lid and the rest of the casket. Yes, and yeah, he busted out the window and stuck into the fucking place in the middle of the night. Ballsy kid though, very bold. You're a tall man. These fuckers just walk around the fucking mausoleum all night just like they do during the day. Suits on, everything. He didn't say anything to him. He just come in and looked at it. Yeah, because this little visit to the mausoleum definitely a game changer. He just, you know, he's a little older. He'd know a little bit more to just mind his business and not go fucking around doing dumb shit. Just leave well enough alone. They ain't bothering you, so you don't bother them. You don't go looking for trouble. You think something's fucking scary and weird, stay away from it. You don't go to it. That's just common sense, you know. I don't go to something that freaks me out. It's like, you know, I've never seen anything like that. I definitely wouldn't sneak there in the middle of the night. He's just such a nit shit. He's just been kind of running hog wild since his parents died. And the brother's not that much older than him, so he kind of gives him a lot more freedom and treats him a lot older than the parents did. So, you know, the brother's not mature enough to really actually look after him. He just figures, oh, you're old enough. He knows what he's doing. No, he doesn't. He's like 13.
Something's going to happen.
Oh, yeah. Look, see, there it is. Fucking thing just whizzed by him. Like, I don't know what the hell that was, but ah, there it comes. Oh, yeah. It's a thud. It's sucking.
I love the blood.
Squirting right the fuck out of there. That's some red blood too. Now watch him by his feet.
Cool.
He's pissed himself. That almost gave it. They wanted to give the film an X rating because of the piss. They almost got an X rating because of that.
Really?
Yep. But the guy they had
the blood was okay.
Uh-oh. So what he sees him. You know what to say. He's old shit. What are you supposed to say? But Angus Scrimm is 6'4" with those boots on. He's like 6'7", 6'8". That's why I told him, man. They both just kind of look for each other. He's like, yeah. The audio to this is so weird.
Nanette's talking about Salem's Lot. I kind of get that feeling too. It's giving me that vibe too.
Oh yeah, okay.
A little bit, yeah. I was thinking about that earlier.
Yeah, there's a couple of people that haven't seen this before, Castle. So be careful. Don't give any spoilers, man. Yeah, if you could hear what's going on here, that motherfucker's throwing a fit. Like I said, the audio is just so strange in this. And see that? See the orange blood, the yellowish orange blood.
Yeah.
Oh shit! The Jawas.
Gross.
Oh yeah. Remind you guys of the kid in Salem's Lot. Getting off the screen, man. All right, Jamie. Have a good night. Thanks for stopping by.
Bye, Jamie. Have a good night.
He just, for some reason, he just picked him up and took him with him. I'm gonna keep these fingers. He did too. He did. He wanted them. Who knows what? He's like, what the hell's Kevin doing that? He's sitting there. What the hell are you doing right there? Not only that, but this kid really thinks he's an adult. Look, he's got the fucking damn. Shotgun. Well, the music is epic. Oh, the music is absolutely great, Caspar. It sets it off. Yeah. Good night.
Was the guy that did the music in Soylent Green too, right? One of the guys?
Yeah, later on, I do believe. Yeah, because Fred Myro and Malcolm Seagrave did that.
Yeah. Well, I'll watch it again and I'll have the volume turned up so I can hear it better.
He's okay. He looked inside the box. He's okay. I believe you. First, he was like, "Come on!" So he showed him the box, and he sees the fingers moving around in there.
Looks like nacho cheese sauce.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah. Slasher Fred. Oh, funny.
What are they supposed to say? Because he said, "All right, go get the box. We'll go to the sheriff." What's he supposed to say? I broke into place, and this guy came after I chopped his fingers off, and these are his fingers. So you need to go check that out.
Yeah.
That's cool. This is so weird. Oh my god.
Oh.
What's happening over there?
The thing's crawling on his head.
Oh, okay. He's supposed to take us back. I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna fucking leave.
It's flailing around in the jacket.
It's buzzing and shit like a big fly or some shit.
Yeah.
It's a strong motherfucker.
Yeah.
Oh shit, the garbage is full. Guess that's one way to take care of things. Reggie, dude, you just walked in right at the worst possible time. He just comes in talking and shit. They're not even paying attention to him. He goes, stab it. He's like, what the fuck is happening over here?
It's dead now.
The flying demons. Yeah, that would be, yeah. Yeah, no shit. Here you go. Here's the plump fucking shotgun. 13 years old kid. Just don't blow my face off when I come in the door. Damn. No, he's giving him the old no warning shots. Warning shots are bullshit. Shoot to kill, you don't shoot at all. and that's true. If you're pointing a gun at somebody, plan on shooting, and don't shoot unless you plan on killing them. Otherwise, don't use it at all. You don't fucking play around, because if you do that, that person will take the gun away from you and shoot you with it.
Yeah.
It's just, I don't advocate shooting people, but if you're gonna point it at them and go to shoot, make it count. if you're in that much trouble, definitely don't fuck up and do something stupid and let them get it. You have to defend yourself that much. Definitely do not let the assailant get a hold of it. Be assailant. I should use an assailant. I might as well say, don't let this. I'm not like a cop. Don't let the subject get a hold of it. The subject I'm speaking of. The male subject, about 6 feet. Soylent Green, yeah, I've never seen Soylent Green.
You've never seen it?
No. I've heard of it. I've just never seen it.
You should watch it. I don't know if you'll like it or not, but you should watch it.
Right. Yeah, I mean, I didn't know that much about it. I don't really know who makes it or when it came out. I mean, I just heard the name, which is weird because usually I know a lot more than that, but this particular time, though.
Charlton Heston and.
Oh shit! So it's definitely an older film. Okay.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Charlton Heston's been dead for a very long time.
Yeah. 73.
Oh, okay. The year was okay.
It's sci-fi.
It says
Directed by Richard Fleischer.
Okay.
Edward G. Robinson and Charlton Heston are in it. I don't know what parts to tell you because you kind of have to see it without me spoiling it.
Right. All right. If you guys want to catch this interview with a friend of ours, here I'm going to go ahead and pause it. If you guys want to catch this interview with a friend of ours talking about Phantasm, you know, I talk about Phantasm for a few minutes, and pause it and listen to this real quick. You know, I guess go ahead and. But yeah, I'm going to break we'll break it up here for just a minute and play part of this interview that I did with a friend of all of ours. Here we go. So, pause if you want to hear it, or however you want to do it. What's up, man? How you doing?
I'm doing good, man. I'm excited that you're going to be covering this fantastic movie that, you know, as far as you and I know, is severely underrated.
Right.
The tall man is severely underrated, and yeah, it's always good to have some spotlight on this.
Definitely, yeah. On my first episode, I talked to Werewolf about the first 2 Alien films. Last week, I had Eric for Killer Clowns from Outer Space, and that was interesting because Eric loves it. He's even wearing his hat, his Killer Clowns hat. He showed me a couple of figures he had and everything, and I was like, wow, that's good. Ended up being a good chat. And Phantasm, the reason I wanted to talk to you about Phantasm is Eric reminded me a few weeks back of how you described Phantasm to him, and I thought it was so interesting.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember you describing it like this. You described it as like a fever dream, and I thought that was so profound, man. I thought that was so cool. Why a fever dream?
Well, you know, the thing about Phantasm, and to this day, it's still a movie that is so unique and creative. Just the way that the story goes, and
Yeah.
it's a crazy movie. I mean, for people that are watching this for the first time, and I think Karen's watching it for the first time, right?
Yes.
So
Mayanne, I don't know if you know Mayanne, but
she's and Mayanne, yep.
I've told her.
Ladies, you are in for a treat. So just buckle up. But no, I mean, the movie has a lot of like odd beats to it, you know, as far as the way that the story is told and the whole premise of the film, not to get all into it, but you are guessing at what's really happening and what's not happening.
Right.
And of course, with the characters, you know, it's almost like these like starts and stops. So it's really, to me, that was like when we talked about Phantasm, which feels like forever ago, but we went through the whole franchise on my channel. But to me, that was just something that kept coming into my mind is that it's like a fever dream, you know, because in a fever dream, you know, you question reality, and some things make sense and some things totally don't. And that's so
Right.
much what this movie is like, you know?
Yeah, because it's like, you know, you're there, but you don't know if you're really there doing what you think you're doing. And then
Right.
sometimes you can question that. You know what I mean? So yeah, I thought
Mhm.
that was the coolest explanation for it. And I remember listening to and watching when you guys did that. And I was thinking,
Mhm.
that is so profound. That is so accurate. Yeah, and then
Thanks,
he
man.
reminded me. He still brings it up whenever he talks about Phantasm. Every
Yeah.
time he brings up that you said that. Every
Yeah.
time.
Yeah, I mean, when he told me that he had to get on board and check out the movies and stuff, and of course he did his review of
He
the
doesn't like
franchise.
that one.
Yes.
He
Um,
doesn't like it.
well, yeah, well, you know, hey,
I
everybody
was like,
has
what?
their own thing. I know, right? It's like, come on,
And I
Eric.
told him, I said, dude, you're gonna love it. And he's seen it, and even live, he said, Gore, sorry, but I don't. I was like, you mentioned my name and everything.
You gotta love them, though. You gotta love them.
Oh, yeah,
But yeah, you know, I always tell people, and like I told him back then, I was like, man, if you haven't seen this movie or the franchise, you got to at least just check it out. To me, if you're and this is what I would call a legacy franchise, because the first
yeah.
one was 79, I believe.
Yes.
To me, if you're a franchise that has existed for over 30 years and you've got more than a trilogy going on, to me, that's basically a legacy franchise. So Phantasm with 5 movies. So I always tell people who haven't seen it or they don't know who the hell the tall man is or whatever, I always tell them you got to just check it out. If nothing else, it has some interesting stuff in it. If nothing else, you know.
That's very creative. It's so
Yeah.
unique. It has the guts, the balls to be its own thing, and it knows what it is.
Right.
Now,
Right.
do you think the characters? See, what's weird about it is we don't know. I mean, can you imagine what it's like to be the characters in it? I mean, think of what it's like to be Michael. He's doing one thing, then he wakes up. His brother's throughout the whole thing. He wakes up, and his brother's not alive yet. He knew his brother wasn't alive. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I guess that's where the fever dream comes in, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, you know, it's funny you word it like that because for me, and I've talked about this before, and I mean, shit, man, I should talk about it again. I like to watch these movies or any movie really, kind of trying to put myself in the
Exactly.
character's shoes. You know what I'm saying?
I think from a
And
character standpoint, exactly.
right, right. I mean, you know, obviously I'm paying attention to the movie and I'm enjoying it, but there's that part of me, even if it's just subconsciously, that is saying, damn, what if I was this little kid dealing with this situation with his brother, and you got this tall ass dude, you know, who's
I thought I was
creepy as
weird for
hell.
doing that.
I'd
I
be
thought I was
like,
weird for doing that. You're the first one I've heard say that.
oh no,
Go ahead.
man,
Sorry.
I love to do that, man. And I think especially with horror, I think because I mean, look, man, we've been watching horror movies, you know, for decades,
What?
right? So at some point, and even in today's world, you get desensitized to shit, right? You know, everybody has seen someone die on screen, everyone's seen blood and guts and gore and blah 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 blah.
All right. That's part one.
That was so cool.
Yeah.
That's cool that you got him to come on.
Oh yeah. I just asked him. He was like, "Yeah, when?"
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, people talking like crazy since with this one. Damn. Yeah. Well, okay. Hang on a minute. Okay. That scared the hell out of me. That scared bad enough that I didn't watch it for years. The first time I was 6. First time I seen that one on screen. Echo says, so watching it on Tubi not a good idea because he's getting stuck at the 5-minute mark. I should have put my disc in. Yeah, I love that. Yeah.
Commercials.
I've done a lot with him. Yeah, I've known him a couple of years now, and we're pretty good friends. Yeah.
Yeah, Night's awesome.
I've done a lot with him. He's done a lot for my channel. I when he had to start his channel over early, I was one of the first people there for him, and you know we supported each other. He's a really good guy.
Oh yeah. He's a
Yeah.
fixture in the horror community, that's for sure.
Oh yeah. But here in the chat. Had some issues with medication being misplaced. The ending of the movie. She got all right. Mother insisted that she gonna get one meds for me, and then she misplaced them. Oh my God, Sean, you guys should always check out the comic for no ads. Ooh. Lookmovie.com. That's place.
I wrote it down.
Yes, I see. It looks like awesome. Alrighty. So everybody that paused it with us, are you ready to get back on here?
Ready?
4, 3, 2, go.
Oh,
I'll play a little more of that here in a little bit.
This is a jump scare right at the start for me.
Yeah, for me too. Where he jumps on his back. So we're exactly at this exact same place. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah. We yeah.
Oh.
Oh yeah.
So those are the cloaked creatures.
I've never had, me and Knight's always helped each other. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Anytime I've ever asked him for anything, he's always if he's able to do it, he's right there.
Yeah.
And the same for me with him. He's uncountable amount of times that he's helped me and I've helped him.
Yeah. I went on his show one time it was a long time ago, and we did the skeleton key. That was a lot of fun.
I've seen that in a long time.
Yeah, that was a fun one to do.
We're gonna be doing watches on Diary of the Dead and Survival of the Dead. We're finishing up our Romero Dead series because, like I said, we done watch parties for Night of the Living Dead all the way through Land of the Dead already. They're on my channel and his. Anyone wants to check them out. But
cool.
And we still got 2 to do. We've done lots, man. We've done shit.
Yeah.
Chainsaw Massacre on. And like I said, we had that show for a little while.
Yeah.
And Horror for All. Yeah. It's still where my brain storms that show was too. I'm always pulling up a new show, but that show I want to go a different way with, and it turned out to be a little rougher than I thought. I decided to go solo with it, and along with everything else going on, I just don't have time to do it right now, so I kind of missed myself up doing it.
Yeah. Yeah, just keep it on the back burner, and you'll get to it sometime.
Because I want to focus on what I got going on right now. I don't want to get too many things going.
Yeah, that's really important. Yeah.
I almost did. I almost had myself to where I was just overwhelmed.
Yeah, I started doing that last week, and I stopped myself, and I thought, why am I putting that pressure on myself? I can upload whenever I want. I don't have to do that. So I slowed down a bit.
My timestamp is 49.5 minutes, man. Sorry. Yeah. And plus having a 16-year-old son and a new fiance, I just, I got to make sure that I got to put my time in the right place. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Can't forget about the family.
You can't forget about life. Yeah. No. Yeah. Mental health is really important too.
Something I've struggled with off and on. I have, but really bad, depression here and there. So.
Yeah. Yep. You just pace yourself. Keep having fun.
And when that shit happens, it just comes out of nowhere. Bipolar, manic depression does. It just, usually I'm on a manic, but then just all of a sudden, when you have that kind of depression, just bam, for no reason, you're just stressed as hell.
Yeah. I find in myself in life, I've gone through some pretty heavy stuff. And eventually you get to an age where you get triggered really easily and you crash, right? And you just have to take a step back and fix that because it goes bad really fast. Really, really fast. You spiral down.
Yeah, my first really bad thing, I had, broken heart and all that kind of stuff. But, I've had that, and so that shit's been bad. My first really bad thing was when my little girl passed away when I was 25.
Yeah.
So that definitely put me down a screwed up road for me.
Yeah.
That's You see here, they caused the hearse to crash, and one of those little Jawa guys, he pulled back the thing. That's their friend. Now they're friends with the little Jawa guy now. The one that they crashed there, and the one that got killed in the car when it crashed was him. And so people he was like Tommy. So somehow their big, huge 300-pound friend is now a little Jawa. Or was. He's dead now again. Well, it can be tough, definitely.
Yeah, this is definitely something you got to watch more than once.
Yeah, you got to be able to hear it. Really.
Yeah.
Yes, I would suggest you two man, if you're not able. She's pretty good at bullshitting and watching the whole film. She did that last night with Don't Torture a Duckling. But at the end of this, if you feel like you missed something, you might not have, because just like me and Knight were talking about there, it's an odd movie.
Yeah.
You can watch it 100 times and still feel like you're missing something.
Yeah. I love that. Those are the best kind of films.
Yeah. It's just, but what's weird about this is some of them it pisses you off. This one, you're not pissed off in the least that you don't understand everything that's there.
Right. I got a commercial. Sorry.
You just had a good time. You know, it's just a good time. This movie is.
Kid's back.
That's
weird. Go with it. It's all good.
Weird.
Yeah, because the last movie I watched, I forget what it was. Oh, was that one with Echo? Was that Dead Snow? There was like every 5 minutes there was like 8 commercials. Like it was just awful.
That's the way they do. They either put them together right in a row, or they will be a tiny one a lot.
Oh, it was just insane. It was so many.
It's just so random.
Yeah.
You hear this sitting there and trying to figure out what the hell's going on. Why their friend Tommy was all of a sudden a little tiny midget, a little Jawa type dude.
Yeah.
And you're just like, what the hell? So now they're all three involved. They know something's wrong. Well, it's obvious something's wrong. They're trying to wipe them out. This season. GORE magazine for April. That's cool. That's cool. I have some old ass Fangorias, man.
Oh, I totally want to get that.
It's weird because Fangoria is something that we grew up with. It was on newsstands all the time.
Yeah.
Now you can get this order from the company.
You have to order from the company to get it now?
Yeah, as far as I know, I haven't seen it on any newsstand anywhere.
I wonder if I could get the bookstore to order it in or something. Get a copy of it in or something. I don't know.
Probably.
Yeah.
Not smart. He sent the kid to stay with these people in town. I have original. I think it's number 3 with Empire Strikes Back on it. I have several of them. I could actually do a video just on that probably. I got a bunch of I got a bunch of them from the early to mid 80s.
I think that's cool. It's cool to save them.
Yeah, they're in really good shape.
I love magazines.
There's a few that I want. I want the one with Worm Face from Fulci's Zombie on it. I want that one. Number 1, the first one's got Godzilla and shit.
Cool. Okay, thanks, Sean. I'll check it out. I think I'm subscribed to Fangoria, actually. I get a newsletter, I think. See, I realized that so many people still got those. I thought I was one of the few. What?
They still like Fangoria and still got Fangoria.
I think so.
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, I'm shocked at everybody talking about how they got them. Ninja's talking about how he traveled 37 miles to get one each month. Like, wow,
Wow.
I know everybody still got them.
Do you know, before I did YouTube, I wanted to do a magazine. I wanted to like do a magazine and get people to submit articles and put it all together and do it. And then I was like, I don't know how to do that. So I didn't. I think that'd be so cool.
Yeah, it would. Yeah, that sounds fun if we just knew what to do and how to go about it. I mean, you know what you want, and you just don't know how to put it in there.
Yeah, you could do it digitally now too, I guess, but it'd be neat to do a printed copy of it. And anyway, I got no time for that. When would I do that?
No, this little thing, GORE seen $200 news magazines. Yeah. Some of them are pretty high.
$200? Wow.
Oh yeah.
Oh man, I wish I would have. Not that I would care that I'd get that much money for it, but I think that's really cool that they're that sought after, and I wish I had copies of them.
Oh yeah, they're all the collector's items. And see, now he just had a dream. It seemed like almost while he was awake, he was in that mausoleum holding. And he,
yoink.
And these people let him tell them, take me home. Right after they had just brought him there and said, keep him here. They let the kid tell them to go. Now here they are. There's Reggie Scruggs.
Do you know, the filming feel reminds me of the Love Witch as well. Same kind of style.
Let's see. Well, there's still a lot of stuff that he was wanting to tell on it. What would you want to tell it some throughout the middle, or you want to wait till the end to talk about it, or
to talk about the fun facts?
Yeah,
do it. Just do it now.
No, I mean, I'm not sure which ones you have and which ones I have.
Some of them you've already said that I had.
Do you have a lot of them still that haven't been said yet?
No, I don't think so. I think we've talked about a lot of it actually.
Yeah, let me see.
You might have better.
Let me mark off what we have. I talked about the recast of Full Run Band. This I guess this took well over a year to shoot. They did it for well over a year, all through the weekend, sometimes 20-hour days, I guess.
Yeah, I read that.
There's also let's see. There's a thing coming up here soon. I can't tell this yet.
Okay, save it.
I've told that. I've told about the car. Oh, there's a lookalike. The first car he drives, and anybody who hasn't seen John Wick 4, it's not really a spoiler. I'm not gonna tell you what happens, but he drives a car, a muscle car, and both the doors get ripped off. That's a Hemi, or not a Hemi, but that's a CUDA of this year, just like this black one in this.
Is it? Oh, gotta see that. That's cool.
I haven't seen it with my son. It is really good.
Oh yeah, I haven't seen it yet, but I'm planning on that for sure.
The sequel to this was announced in 1980, but it took it 8 years to get on the road.
Wow.
And we talked about location. Okay. Let's see. I talked about the budget. About 300,000 to make it, but it box office made 22 million.
Yeah.
Which 22 million, think about 1979. I'm not sure what that would be now. 22 million.
Yeah.
It might be somewhere around 80 million now or so at least.
Yeah. Yeah, that would have been a lot of money back then, especially for an indie film that only spent 300,000.
Yeah.
Like, that's pretty cool. Bet his dad was proud.
Oh yeah. In the USA, it was released June 1st, 1979. So it's the organ, the spears, a sentinel. Let's see, we go over here until we're done here. Oh, this part here is about my theory about the film. There's a nightmare he. Yeah, the spears came from a nightmare that Don Coscerelli had about he was being chased by these silver balls.
Cool. It's cool how he wrote, directed, edited, did all of it back then.
Right.
I think that's really something.
I guess during some of the actual shooting here, they were shooting blanks, and Coscarelli shot like some of the first ones.
Yeah.
And I guess it caught his jacket on fire. He didn't realize that blanks could do that. Reggie Bannister did most of his own stunts. Most of the scenes were done, shot scene by scene, and a lot of them were improvised. Script changed often. And I told you that regular CUDA was customized where it would look like a Hemi CUDA. Brad Pitt.
Cool.
Pitt was almost hired for work 2. Almost had an X rating. Yeah, we have talked about all this. The ball that's thrown there, they got a pitcher. I guess a local really good pitcher that can pitch really hard, really fast. So when the ball's flying through there, it's him throwing it.
Oh.
In Italy, it's Phantasm. There's 2 deleted endings to this, but I can't tell that shit yet.
Okay.
There's like several endings to this movie that they were going to use. A couple of them were actually shot.
Okay.
Okay. Pandora cover. Okay. Could have been early 90s. A lot of money in magazines. Oh hell yeah! Newer. Anything else? Next movie we'll review next Tuesday will be 55 to Go to the World. Who will do? But if you're talking about me, Fred, you're probably wrong. You know what I mean?
Which means you're wrong.
Matter of fact, I can guarantee it.
In a nice way.
I'm not sure what would have to happen for that to happen, you know? Nothing against War of the Worlds, but it's just not my speed, man. It's just not what I think I want to do. Besides, I'm not a reviewer anyway. In case people haven't noticed, I don't do reviews usually.
Okay.
So many people does reviews. I just want to hang about, bullshit, talk about the film, watch the film, whatever. This is like the last 2 days is the most watching I've done on a watch-along ever. Usually the whole film goes by and I don't even realize.
Talking.
Oh, I loved it. I loved it all. But with this one, I really want you guys to see. I want you guys. This is an important one to me. So I want you guys to see why. So that's why it's a little different. I want you guys to actually dig what I'm saying. See why I like it. See why so many people like it.
Right.
It's just, Here he goes after the, oh shit. You weren't expecting him, was you? Timestamp is almost 1 hour and 5 minutes. And if you're where I'm at, the kid's in big fucking trouble.
Picks him up with one hand.
Yeah, snatched him just by the neck. Like he's a puppy or something, He's just like, yeah, he's in big trouble. He's just waiting right there at the front door for him. Like, hello. Meanwhile, his brother's going here to the funeral home to shoot. I kill him. I don't know, something, I guess. Let's see. It's going to be the kind soul to watch the Evil Dead franchise maybe for the 21st. I've done Evil Deads before, but I can definitely do some again. I love Evil Dead, especially the original Evil Dead and the remake.
Do you want to do Evil Dead 2?
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
The reason I'm asking is because I have it downloaded.
Okay.
And I could. Totally up to you, though.
A movie marathon. she's talking about doing a movie marathon. Hey, what's up, Corey? How you doing, man? I don't know.
Hey,
Let's
Corey.
let's put our heads together and see what we can figure out with this.
Sure. Yeah.
Because she's talking about doing that. Maybe we could all co-op or something. We could figure out something all together, and we can get this happening. We'll all talk on the side and see what we can figure out. Or if anybody's got any more ideas and want to get it rolling here,
Okay.
you guys can do that. Just fill me in as you're going.
Okay.
Marathon on Saturday, huh? Okay. Do you want to do that on your own, Nanette, and just have me and Karen work out something different for next week during our show or something?
Is it her asking?
I'm not sure.
Or Mayanne's asking?
Well, Mayanne talked about who's going to do, you know what I mean, the Evil Dead for the,
Right.
you know, before the 21st. And then Nanette said they was talking about doing a marathon. And so I'm just kind of trying to figure out what everybody's doing so that I know what to do. So kind of keep me in the loop as you're going, guys. So we'll keep us in the loop so that we know what's going on, so that we know what to do. And then
right.
if you want, you can do your own thing, and then we can do ours or just whatever. Because we all want to prepare for that the 21st, because that's going to be a bad Sunday.
Right. I'm going to the theater to see it that day. I already have it planned. I'm going to see The Pope's Exorcist this week, and then the following week I'm going to see Evil Dead Rise at the theater, hopefully opening night, but I'm doing it. I'm doing it.
I'll probably wait a few days so it's not so busy because of my social anxiety, but I never go to the theater, but I'm going for this.
Yeah.
Very seldom.
Don't even care if I have to pay double. I'm doing it.
It looks really good. So how about this? I will talk to y'all. We can figure something. Okay. Yeah, we'll figure it all out.
Regardless, myself, I'm going to do a huge deep dive into it anyway.
Okay.
But it won't be out for like a week after or so.
Yeah, because I just went backward, and Mayanne said, "Who's going to be the kind soul to watch the Evil Dead franchise with me for the 21st?" Okay, so she got it started. So Mayanne talked about wanting to do it, and then Annette kind of picked up on it. Okay.
Yeah. So I didn't. It slipped my mind about it being Evil Dead Rise coming out. So I get it. I get it now.
In like 9 days.
Yeah, I know.
So you're an Evil Dead fan, man. All right. So see, you got a little bit of it's like you got a little bit of horror history anyway.
Me?
Evil Dead, the music video. No, Mayanne. I'm actually surprised.
Got it.
Blood Red Sandman, that Pete's almost the original. Yeah. What's your guys' favorite Evil Dead?
I like the first one.
The 1981, 82.
Yeah, I do. I know, contrary to popular opinion, I like the first one.
So do I. Because it doesn't have any humor in it. You know what I mean? It's just straight up, just like the remake. It's straight out in your face horror. I love it.
Yeah. But after this new one, might change my mind. I don't know.
Because that remake's pretty damn good too.
It looks it. I hope so.
Well, I mean the
remake.
The remake, it was made a few years back. That one, it's damn good.
Yeah, everybody says that. Yeah.
And that's what this new one looks like. It's going to be kind of based on like that.
The remake, yeah. Yeah, I've heard that too.
I've been talking about this for months. Me and Knight did End Horror for All, the very first episode of it, way back back in January, and we were talking about this new Evil Dead. We were given some news on it because no one was talking much about it yet.
Right.
So I researched it real heavy, and we talked about it. So.
Yeah. Yeah, it's so popular, such a popular franchise.
And everyone's saying it is bad as well. All right, now those are you where the two little silver the poles are?
Yep.
In the white room. In the white room. Okay. That is basically a portal. Now here, if you get subtitles on, you'll know what they're talking about here. Those black things there, that's figuring those out. I like thinking of that. Even though two is cool too. I do not like Army of Darkness. I think it makes a total joke out of it. That's just where I've always stood on.
Right.
So Hercules, Legendary Journey, it's been on Xena, Warrior Princess, and he worked on that show. Okay. That sucks. Dang, OG and remake are like neck and neck, right? The original has an edge based on 80s, but yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, just the Army of Darkness just goes way overboard. They're even doing fucking Three Stooges bits in it. I mean, for Christ's sake.
Yeah. Too weird.
Whoa. That portal just sucked him through. That's a portal to his dimension.
Oh, okay.
Watch that remake in that, for real. If there's any way you possibly can. For the humor. Yeah, I know, and a lot of people do, but to me, it just makes me mad, man. You know, I'm just not with the humor for it as much. I don't hate it. I mean, I have it. I'll play some more of that interview here and shit when the movie's over, and whoever wants to stick around and listen to it can. If not, then I would like for everybody to, but that's up, that's on everybody. Everybody wants to hear the rest of the interview at night, and I'm gonna show off a couple other things. Bullshit. I don't have spoilers. Damn it, somebody. Do I have early screeners of Pretty Evil Dead Rise? Y'all want to hear or no? Early screeners from Pretty Evil Dead Rise. No, I don't think I want to hear anything about it, man.
I don't want to hear it yet. After though.
Thanks, though. Yeah. Ted plays Henrietta in part 2 also. Come to Henrietta. That's Ted Raimi. Yeah, we're talking about doing something on the Last of Us on the Left for Mother's Day. Me and Corey, me and King GORE. So I will keep everybody posted about that.
Cool.
Once we know what the hell we're doing, we talked about it a little bit this morning. I asked him if he wanted to do anything. Yes, figure it out. So I want to start doing one movie per week. Like I'm starting this week with The Exorcist. Every week I want to start doing one about one of my. I'm going to come up with 20 or 30 of my favorite horror films, and I want to do all of them with a different person.
Oh, that's smart. That's a great idea.
That.
Keep it fresh.
Yeah, I'm gonna get a list of all my favorite films, and I'm starting with The Exorcist. No better place to start.
Yeah.
That way, everybody will know. If anybody's curious, everybody will know what my top 20 are.
You and Exorcist reviews are going to be cool talking together too. I can't wait to watch that.
I fucking love it. I adore it, and I know a shit load. Like I said, he's the only one I found so far that knows it a little bit more than me. He's the only one I ran from. So
he knows a lot, yeah.
Well, I mean that's his channel, that's all it is.
Yeah, that's all he does. Yep.
I love for someone to teach me some shit on a movie. It's awesome.
Yeah.
Trailers, by the way, guys. Ooh, they're showing too much. Are they? They always do. Man, I like the way they used to do trailers back in the day where it had that one guy, the voice, and now that one dude's voice that did all the horror trailers back in the 80s and shit.
Yeah.
I wish that guy was still around doing them, because that guy's voice was awesome for it. No one ever be sure with me later. They should have possession scene. I wish, yeah. I don't want to know any of that shit. I don't want any more than what I do. Probably will be on the original Fright Night. Me and Eric and my son did a review on Fright Night about a year and a half ago. Probably not Fright Night anytime soon, man, but eventually, yeah. That's awesome. Thanks, Ninja, man. I appreciate it. Yeah, I just kind of, you know what I mean? While I can, you never know. Something could happen to me, you know what I mean? You never can tell. Something could happen to me, and you know what I mean? You find out I got wiped out by a car, or, you know, or one day I just may not be doing a channel anymore, or I may get depressed and say, fuck it. So I want to get all this done now and let everybody know exactly where I'm coming from and what fuels me and what I love. I thought it was fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got to do it. Speaking of rooms, I've got to do it. Let's go. Not very good ones, Corey, man. Not very good ones. The same people that fucked my Halloween are doing extra. Of course, they've been butt fucking Halloween since about 1982 or something. 1981. The second they made them brother and sister, they bent them right over and fucked them right in the ass. Just to put it bluntly. You know what I mean? I have to put it the way I see it, and they've been fucking Michael for a long time. I think it's rude. I believe they are just saying. I believe it's worse, don't I? I don't sugarcoat anything. No wonder my algorithm's messed up. I had great algorithm for a minute, and then they see me smoking and talking about people getting butt fucked, and they're like, okay, no more algorithm for you.
Go big or go home.
They have torn my algorithm up, and I think it's just because I'm being me, and I can't help it. I have to. I guess I just don't have any algorithm.
There's always ads for everything. You're okay.
Yeah, because I can't help it.
I appreciate you.
Thank you. I can be any different if I wanted to, and I don't want to. I like to be out.
Yeah, no, don't change. There's lots of suckiness in the world.
Yeah. But I just, you know, just like my fiance was telling you, I mean, you definitely got away with words. She said it's a good thing those people are starting to get to know you, because you know if you just came right out with that before some of that shit, you know, before they knew you, they'd be like, what the hell is he talking about? But since everybody knows me now, they know just about anything may come out.
Yeah, it's like, your age. It's your age. Young people get offended. Whatever.
Yeah, I mean, I just, you know.
That's how we all talked back in the day.
Man, in my opinion, that's what they've done to that franchise. They'd already screwed it up. Now they're really bending that motherfucker.
Yeah.
They ground him into hamburger meat. How can you do that to the boogeyman? You don't grind the boogeyman into hamburger meat. What the hell's wrong with you? Thinking about doing something that is crazy, kind of trippy. I'm like, whose opinion? Mine? Where you look like Bret Michaels. I sure wish I looked like Bret Michaels. Thank you very much, man. There ain't no way in hell but thank you. From here up, I take it. Bret's much prettier than I am. I used to be a pretty motherfucker though, but yeah, I used to be hot. I didn't realize at the time, but I look back and I'm God, I ain't lots of things.
You still are, Gore. You still are to all of us. Come on.
Once I get certain things fixed, there's gonna be a big difference. Just watch. When I get certain things taken care of that I need taken care of here. Oh man, I'm gonna be like, whoa, what the fuck happened? And it's gonna stick out like a sore thumb. You watch. I'm not gonna say what I'm getting ready to have done, but you will definitely notice like that. So who's you asking, Nanette? Thinking that something crazy opinion. Whose opinion would you want? Just anybody, everybody?
Nanette, settle down.
Yeah, I'm totally intrigued.
Don't encourage her.
I want to know what this crazy thing she is talking about. Boy, uh-oh. Motherfucker's coming to his house now. It's the second time he came to his house. He done fucked up. I told you not to get involved. You play a good game, boy. But the game is finished. Now you die. Tall man has had enough. of this kid. I'm curious. I hope Corey and a few other people stick around here because I want to hear their opinions on these theories about what, Fred and people like that. I want to hear what their theories about exactly what the tall man is and what this film is about because I have my theories. We're gonna do some theorizing after this.
Okay.
Luckily, this wasn't what I mean. Made it a little longer, but falls in, and doing the interview and stuff like that. I took up some stuff from Night and Night's interview. Like, there she is. But see, she is him. The lady in lavender is the tall man. Yeah, hey, yeah. But fake. God has to fake, baby. But when that wild when George Michaels died, man, that freaked me out. I was like, wow, George Michael died.
Yeah.
He didn't even look like himself toward the end. You know what I mean? He just a lot of them have. A lot of people we grew up listening to and shit were real famous. We're gone now. I mean, Whitney Houston. I mean, on and on and on.
Oh yeah, so many people.
Set his ass up. Set a trap for him. There he goes. Oh, I need to drop these big ass boulders. That is a big rock. Watch party every day for a whole month and a month of October. Holy shit. That's a big undertaking.
That's a lot, Nanette.
Hey, if you think you can, I mean, or we could do something, a little more feasible. All, put our heads together and make sure that all of us has got one going every day of that week. You know what I mean? And kind of coordinate together. Unless if you don't take it on yourself, that's 31 days of being on that.
That's tough. Anyone that I've known that did that has never done it again.
Is the 9th of October? I mean, that sounds like some crazy idea I would have, like when I'm all jacked up.
That's a lot.
See, and he just woke up here. See, it turns out that his brother's dead. That was a dream that he just had. His brother's actually dead. His brother died in a car wreck.
Plot twist.
Yep. See, there's his marker stone. You notice this is not one of those markers. They're all just markers. None of them are standing up. That is weird. No one bought an actual tombstone in that whole place.
Yeah.
That's strange looking. I've never seen that before.
No, I haven't either.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to, hell yeah, go for it. That's a big responsibility. That's a lot of work.
That's a lot of work. Yeah.
That's commitment. In October, we'll watch the movie every day and do a quick review of the next day, 21 days before it. We're intended to burn me out horror for a bit. I bet it did. Yeah, I wouldn't even take that one. But hey,
everybody I've ever talked to that did that never did it again the year after because it just burnt them out. Like it made them to where they just did not want to even watch a movie like 3/4 of the way through ever again.
You don't think watch parties would be work? You don't think it would stress you? You think all you gotta do is sit and watch a movie, and that's not the truth. That's not the way it is.
Yeah.
Every time I get done with one, I'll feel this pressure in my head. I mean, I love doing it, but it can be a strain.
Break. Yeah, you need a break. Mentally, that's really tough. You could try it, Nanette, but I would probably do it loosely so that if you decided you wanted to take a few days off or something, you totally could. So just plan on doing like a whole bunch of movies that month and don't be strict in you know, I think the key is don't promote it until just before you're going to do it, and then that way you're not committed to it.
Here's the end, Karen. Sorry, I just wanted you to see this. He shuts the door. There he is. Here's the end. Boy. Got his ass. So was that a dream or was it not a dream?
Huh.
Yeah, he was going up because Reggie told him his brother was gone. Reggie was the only one left. His parents were dead. His brother's dead, and Reggie was the one actually standing there with him. So he told him, "We need a break. We need to get out of here. Go pack your stuff. We're gonna go hit the road and do a road trip." He went up to pack his stuff, shut his closet door, and the tall man was standing back there. And he felt him there, and he turned around, and that's when he said, "Boy," and snatched him, and his little minion snatched him and pulled him to the closet. Got him.
Huh. That's a lot to absorb.
Yeah, you got to watch it where you can hear it.
So, but the brother is in the sequels.
No,
the young boy.
In a way, it's hard to explain. You just have to see. He's definitely not. He's not in it like that. Like a. You're not going to see him in the second one, like the first one.
Okay.
It's hard to explain. There's really no way that I can tell you without spoiling all of it.
Okay. Okay, so I do have to watch the rest.
Yeah. First, definitely check this out where you can hear it, because hearing this, the audio and the score is so important.
Yeah. Well, and there's so many parts. There's little stuff that I missed. Anyways, I'd have to watch it again.
Oh, definitely. I always tell everybody, no matter what it is, I tell everybody, especially on ones I talk a lot and get going crazy. Like I almost did a minute ago. Like I've been wanting to talk like crazy for like fucking 2 hours. Okay, now back in 2019, I went live and watched all the Saw movies. Yeah, I actually like that franchise, man. I like the way it all ties together. A lot of people say, "Oh, let's see, it got stupid." I thought it was one of the better franchises as far as putting everything together. Saw, they paid attention to detail. I don't know, before happened. Like personally, do not recommend marathons. Like 3 or 4 movies. Yeah, absolutely, I completely agree.
Yeah, that's how I feel too.
Oh, I don't think you was here yet, Corey. Check us out. This is Phantasm 2 slipcover from Screen Factory, signed by Angus Scrimm. You can see it. Not long before he died, actually. And you probably have this, the arrow. I want the other one, the logo one. This is from the arrow, and I have all the arrow shit. That's good. That's what I'm playing right now. Yeah, I got this. This is the whole box set. This is the little digipacks that come in. There's part 1, part bonus disc, and then there's 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then of course, I think I showed this before. This is the media book.
Yep, I saw that.
Yeah. Here's a little Java guy.
Yeah, that's cool.
For everybody that didn't see him before. This is the NECA. This is like an early series of that. God damn. Come here. And his early series of NECA. He's standing right there. You can see there's a few poles.
Cool.
He told me, well, in fact, they didn't make the NECAs quite as good then. They didn't have their articulation and all that shit. Hey, that's sick. Love the first few Phantasms. Had them all. Yeah, Phantasm 3 is really good too. Line for baby DVD. It's really good to me. All stuff. Yes, that's the selling point, man. Yeah. All right. For those of you who want to see another part of that interview with Knight real quick before we bullshit a little bit and do what we have left to do on here, at least I'll play the second part. There's still several minutes of this left. Whatever we don't play, I am finishing next time, because I keep getting all this footage and don't play it. All right, here's part 2 of the interview that me and Knight did on Sunday about Phantasm.
That's in Gore and blah, 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 blah. But for me, the way I kind of still can feel the horror or the tension, or even sometimes feeling scared. I mean, not to the degree I was when I was a kid, but the way that I can feel those things is I try to put myself in the shoes of the character or characters. And a movie is a movie. It's make believe. So in a way, that's part of what I do too. I'm like, well, damn, what if there was this place where you had people being, taken away when they die, and then you got these friggin' little Jawa trolls who are going around, and so that's how I do it. I try to look at it through the point of view of the characters, and it helps me to enjoy movies even more. It really, really does.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. That's the way I enjoy them. I've always put it that way. Like I've always thought from a character standpoint, from each character, maybe even the killer. Like
Yeah.
for instance, perfect example. Toward the end of Halloween, when she busts through, the glass, pushes the rake out of the way, and takes off. Did you ever think of why it takes him so long to come? She goes to many houses, screams, and everything. Why does it take him so long to come around there?
Right.
Because he's waiting to see if anybody's going to help her. When he sees nobody's going to help her and he sees her go over the house, then he comes out. That's the way I think about it.
Yeah, absolutely. Because
sitting back there in the shadows watching.
Yeah, and of course he showed that. He showed that thought process, because there was a bunch of times where he was stalking and just waiting for a moment. I mean, in broad daylight, he was right there in front of Laurie and Annie. I mean, he could have just come out from behind the bushes with the knife and just boom, 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 try to go to town. But he said, no, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna see what they do. I'm stalking them. I'm casing them out. So absolutely, I think that's exactly why it took him so long to walk after Laurie, because he was waiting. He was seeing what would happen.
That's a perfect example of what he's talking about from the character standpoint.
Yeah.
Now, what do you think of what do you think is the best attribute of the film? Do you think it's a character? You think it's the chemistry between the actual relationship in the film, the tall man, the cast, Angus Scrimm?
Well,
music, the score. I mean, there's so many cool things.
Yeah. Oh man, the music is amazing. Well, I think the easy answer is to say a combination of most of all of that you mentioned. But if I was to point out one thing, like when I think of Phantasm, the thing that always comes, like even right now while we're recording this thing, the movie is kind of playing in my head, and I'm kind of getting excited because I'm like, I want to watch this movie. I mean, I just watched it like I think we did a watch of it like four months ago, whatever. And I watch it very often. But the thing that comes to my mind first and foremost is atmosphere.
Oh yeah.
Like it just seems creepy. It's and it's hard to put it into words, but anyone that has seen this movie, I'm sure you know what I mean. It's got this atmosphere about it that is just creepy. It's unique. For me, it's very interesting. Like I'm intrigued by it. Yeah, I would say atmosphere. And of course, having a villain who is kind of, you don't know. It's kind of like Michael. It's kind of like, in the original Nightmare with Freddy. It's like, this is a tall man. We don't really know what is up with this dude.
What he is, where he comes from, what his deal.
Yeah. Why can he lift up that casket like it was a piece of paper? What's up with this guy? As you're watching the movie, that's what you're thinking. And so I think that's fantastic. I absolutely love the chemistry between the leads, with Michael and his brother, and of course Reggie. There was a certain camaraderie there. Yeah, it's a lot of things. Like you said, the music. I think it was very well directed. It's lean. It's mean. Yeah, but if I was to say one thing, or maybe the thing that comes first to my mind, I would say atmosphere.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, for me, it's a combination. First you got the score, and not only is what I mean, even the score throughout the film, the different little thing. Like for instance, when they go into the mausoleum and it's like, you got that humming sound.
Yeah,
that's even cool. And that's still simple, but it's really cool. It fits. What was your favorite? When you think of Phantasm, you know, everybody gets a mental picture when they think of something or it's meant to. What is the one thing? I guess your favorite scene or the one thing you think about when you think of Phantasm? What's that one scene that you visualize?
Well, when I saw it as a kid, I'll go from that perspective. When I saw it as a kid, and again, even as a kid, I would, you know, I was putting myself in Michael's shoes. When he woke up from when he was in the bedroom and he was having the nightmare, and the way that the camera did that scene, and he woke up and he was outside, you know, and you know, I always call them the Jawas. They come on the sides of the bed, and the tall man is right behind him, and he's just kind of just, dude, that scene is still badass.
Yes. Like he's grabbing at him. And tall man just standing there.
Yes. And so that's the scene that always pops out to me. Now as an adult, because I've watched it so much now and I'm such a fan of it, and I absolutely, you know, rest in peace to Angus Scrimm, such an underrated actor and underrated horror icon. That's right, I'm saying the tall man is a horror icon. But of course, now as an adult, and I have fun with it now, the one thing that always pops into my mind, and he used to kind of make fun of it too, Angus Scrimm did, is boy. You know, I just love it. I just love it. And he's such a great villain. He really is. He really is.
All right.
Those are fun.
Just a great time. We always have a great time talking. All the people that I had, you know what I mean? I'm not just gonna go searching for somebody that I don't know or that I don't have a good relationship with. Like I've got a lot of people that I'm gonna ask that they don't even know that they may be even watching that I'm going to ask. So guys, get prepared for you to be the guest if you would, some of you. Still looking at her, but we never went to sleep, right? Exactly. Yeah, that's what here. Phantasm deals in different dimensions, realms. Take special director to make us feel off. Yeah, without constantly like you watch it, and even when you're able to hear it, trust me, you're still going to leave the film going, "What exactly for real? What really happened?" Now, theories. Does anybody out there have any theories about what Phantasm is actually about? What's the tall man? What's it about? What is it saying? We'll get through this here for a couple of minutes here before we say goodnight and all that bullshit. Phantasm movie. Yeah. Give me one to put on the second movie. Yeah. Now, don't get me wrong, the second movie is good, but it bothers me that they don't have the same Michael. I wish they really would have. See if we got some here. Creepy surreal journey into a nightmare realm. Okay. My theory is this. He just went through the death of his parents. He went through the car wreck and the death of his brother. I think the tall man represents death. He represents the Grim Reaper. He's death incarnate. It's about avoiding, like him trying to stop his brother and all that, you know, during his dream, he's running after him because he's afraid he's going to leave him. It's avoiding death. He tries so hard that he almost welcomes or brings death closer to him. You know what I mean? And we talked about, you know what I mean? It's a good game. In a way, you know, I was reading something about it. They talked about how it kind of represents God's plan or Christianity. I kind of agree with that, but I'm not really sure. Let's see. But that's basically my theory about it. I don't know how everybody feels. Yeah, man, this is grief. Exactly. What's your thoughts on it from what we said? Of course, I know you need to see it again, but from what you got on it, what do you think?
I definitely have to see it again and go over it more with a fine-tooth comb because I missed a lot. But in my first impression and feeling is that it's a very much it's coming across in a spiritual, supernatural kind of way. But to me, it's more like a psychological thing that this child's going through something really traumatic. And the tall man is this part of that fear inside of him having to come to terms with the fact that his brother is actually dead and he can't accept that. You know, he's stuck in that kind of loop, in that nightmare For me, that's the first impression that I get from it. If I watch it again and I analyze a bit more, I might see more of all of that other stuff in it too. But that's my first initial impression of it.
To me, he represents all that grief and all that pain and all that loss that he just suffered.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's between life and death are separated only by the common man. This is interesting. Corey says, I think the realm between life and death is separated only by the common man. He's always looking to catch slipping. It's like Final Destination with more steps. Yeah, I mean, could be Satan. Okay, and that's lucky if it's a Stephen King movie, or vampire movie, or a witch movie. Okay, sure, all right. But yeah, to me it is, and you know what I mean. 100 people could have 100 different theories, and all of them may be right in some different way. And you'll see what I mean when you check it out again.
Well, I think that's the point. I think that's what this director set out to do, was give you this ambiguous story. And they did that back in the 70s a lot. And that's what I love so much about those movies. It makes you think, makes you want to rewatch it again and again and again, right? That's fine filmmaking, you know? I think. Yeah.
Unfortunately, we don't have the full movie was 3 hours long.
Oh.
But the production company wouldn't put it in there. There's another, it's twice as long. The original movie that Coscarelli made is twice as long as what we've seen. It's what's out there now. There's a whole other 4.5 out there of the relationships and the character build up and all that stuff that we never got to see. So he said that's kind of how it ended up, kind of like a dream, or kind of like the fever dream, like Mike was saying, is because he had to edit so much out. It kind of ended up that way. So basically, his vision never got seen. So it's all our visions, all our imagination now. Now we can make it whatever we want, basically.
Right. Okay.
So yeah, the minions are us, right? Yeah, basically. Yeah, they take people that have died. All the people that have died, they took them out of their coffin and they put them in those black things and shrunk them down and made them those little Jawa guys.
Right.
Their parents were little. That'd be horrible to see, like, you know, parents and shit like that. Fly back, because that other realm, he's supposed to be that other realm. That when he went through there and they had to snatch him and pull him back, when he went through that portal, that was supposedly in his mind or whatever was going on. His the red planet that the tall man is from, supposedly. So that right there, I think it's all just a figment of his fucked up, horrible, damaged, lost imagination. So you know, that's our class master for the 3 hour cut. Yeah, I would love to see that other twice as long. I'd love to see that cut because it's got a lot. I guess it's got tons of character development and shit out. You get to learn and figure out who they are.
That cut exists. It exists.
It was filmed, but it was just the other half was just never put out there. Now in certain cuts, you'll get a few deleted scenes and things here and there, but only about 15-20 minutes worth. There's still over an hour's worth no one's ever seen.
Oh.
So
may not happen.
I don't know what the hell.
Wasn't there something like that with Event Horizon, that kind of thing, where it was a longer cut, but parts got destroyed? And
that's a good one.
Yeah,
that's a good one.
Right?
I haven't seen that in a long time. That's the one I didn't expect to be as good as it was. It's got a heavy, evil tone to it.
Right.
Because when you're watching it, it just feels like a spaceship movie, like you're out in space. But as it goes, you realize there's big horror in that motherfucker.
There were parts with that got cut and destroyed, right? Wasn't there a longer version of that movie too? Or am I thinking of something else? I thought it was Event Horizon.
I'm not sure. Maybe.
Same kind of idea.
Yeah. It seems kind of like it. I was waiting to see if anyone else would might know. Does anybody else know out there if it's Event Horizon that has a lot more footage too?
I thought it did, but it was destroyed. And maybe I'm thinking of the wrong one.
Corey's saying, "Oh yeah, we need a full cut of Event Horizon." Yep, the LC got cut to shreds. Exactly. That would be
still out there though.
There's got to be cut they put on eventually.
Yeah.
I think it's the first time that we've ever come toward the end here and didn't know what the hell we were going to do next Tuesday. I think it's the first time it's ever happened. Let's see. Because I have no idea. It's just something we'll talk about, I guess. Let's see what they're wanting to do with the Evil Dead thing, and then we can just go from there. Or we can just plan to do the original Evil Dead or the remake.
Yeah, I'm up for that. That's a good choice.
You don't want to step on their toes, though. Are you guys? What do you plan on doing? Are you planning on doing it, Nanette, or what?
Oh yeah, that's Nanette. I started with the first Evil Dead. I did a watch party that a few weeks ago. We were going to do Evil Dead 2 with the girls, but that didn't get organized because things came up. I am going to do a huge, huge deep dive of Evil Dead Rise, but I'm totally whatever you guys want to do. I mean, I don't think we could talk about it again.
Look at you just want to do the 2012 remake?
Sure. Yeah, let's do that.
Cool. Okay, so next Tuesday, the 2012 remake. And Monday night, I am doing Suspiria. This coming Friday at 10, I am doing it with Exorcist Reviews. We're going to talk total Exorcist until one of us gets sick of it or we both pass out. What?
You guys are going to be on for 5 hours.
What do you got coming up besides what we're going to do Tuesday?
I have, what do I have coming up? I'm going to the movies. So I'm going to see The Pope's Exorcist.
Oh, okay.
A huge, huge deep dive on that one. I'm going to the theater for Evil Dead Rise. And I also have something a little different. I'm going to a documentary screening of a movie about our oceans called Coexistence. And they're going to have a panel discussion and that kind of thing. It's going to be held at the university here. So it's kind of my old stuff that I did before, but I feel it's important. And I'm going to do a review of that movie. So that'll have, all of them will have parts of the theater experience in my review. So those are the next couple things that I'm doing. Okay. Busy couple of weeks. Yeah.
Here, look at these guys. Are these guys you're talking about, Sean? Sean talked about these before. I happen to have these right here. These are the NECA Puppet Master figures that they put out. There's Torch.
Cool.
Blade.
Cool.
There's what is it? Tunneler, I believe. And of course, Pinhead. There you go.
Cool.
Carrie have a NECA. Well, Carrie has a NECA, but it's the remake, Corey. It's the remake one. So, hey, is anybody out there still waiting for their Stevie Wayne figure from fucking Scream Factory? Damn, she's supposed to be out this month, right? I ordered her back in like October, man. Back when they had the Steelbook and all that shit. Still waiting for my Adrian Barbeau Stevie Wayne figure. I absolutely adore the Fog, man. Watch party for the Fog, yeah. Yep.
Friday the 21st. Oh yeah, I heard about that. I'll squeeze in being watching too, Sean.
Yeah, which I wasn't invited to.
You weren't invited to it?
No, see, I told you everybody hates me.
To Sean. Gore. You got to go to it.
Now I'd be scared to walk in the doors out. Yeah, all the scary goodies. Oh, I got a bunch of shit to do. I want to try to do some masters. Yeah. I'm gonna do a private talk with Sean, I think. Yeah, we're gonna discuss shit. But thanks for joining me again. Good show. Had a great time like usual. And next week we'll do the Evil Dead remake, and of course we'll talk in between then.
Yeah, this was fun.
Yeah, thanks everybody for joining us. Hopefully join us next week and all that shit, and we'll fuck around, do all the bullshit. Should I leave it with the same as usual, or should I leave it with the end of the Night Watch Zone, the last part of the Night Watch Zone interview? Should we end it with that
interview?
All right. Yeah.
Bye, guys.
All right, guys. I'll end this with the part 3 and the final part of the Night Watch Zone interview. I will see you next week. Much love to you all. And don't forget, he is Karen from Ocean Chicks Films. And I am GoreAphobe, and you guys are not.
Really is. He really is.
He is. I'm not. I don't think that Coscarelli or anybody thought it was going to become what it became.
No.
And just like that boy, it's like when you're making something like that, you don't think, okay, we're doing this and this is going to become iconic or this is going to become a catchphrase. You don't think that the best ones just happen,
right?
You know, and the best, and it's the same thing for films, you know.
Yep,
so
it's true.
Yeah, I checked out a lot because remember the second video I ever made was about my Phantasm media book, and I gave some facts on it.
I remember that.
Yeah, I gave some facts. So, but the first one was Friday the 13th Part 2 with the mask, you know, the sack, and then the second one was
head.
So it's always been big to me, and I still have never done any kind of watch along or anything on this. It's just one that I've gotten to yet.
Yeah, man.
So you first seen it when you was a kid. How old was you think? You like real young, or?
I think I was probably because I kind of overcame my fear of horror movies and got into them. I was around 7 or 8, you know, and Friday the 13th was my gateway into it all. And I think I probably caught up to Phantasm. I don't know. I want to say maybe 10, 11, something like that. You know, I was still, you know, at least for me, I was I was still, you know, pretty young, but I had just seen it in a video store, you know, like so many of those movies back then. And I was just like, well, you know, I'm going to check it out. I was kind of on a mission as a kid to watch horror movies as much as I can. And first of all, the cover looked really cool, but that name, Phantasm, like it just really popped. And I was just like, and this may sound silly, but I think for especially us of that generation that did a lot of, you know, going to Blockbuster or video stores or whatever, for me, the cover art of the VHS tape and the name of the movie used to already put in my head ideas or fear or whatever. And when when I saw that name Phantasm, I was just like, oh man, that sounds serious. You know, it's kind of like with Poltergeist. I'll never forget when my mother brought Poltergeist home and we were like, what are we going to watch? And she said, we're watching this movie called Poltergeist. I'm like, Poltergeist? What is that? And it just sounded so ominous, right? Same thing with Phantasm. So I think I was like around like 11, something like that, 10 or 11.
Yeah, because I'm big on that kind of thing. You know, when I hear something like or with a band name or a movie name or anything, it's a lot of what gets me going on it is the name. I hear it first. And it's like Phantasm, Poltergeist, Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. You know what I mean? I was like, what the hell is that?
Right.
I don't care. I got to see it. You know,
exactly.
It's just like, you know, it's, to me, that's important. Just like you know, just like with a band name, Aerosmith. You know what I mean? It's just really cool. You know,
Van Halen. It's like
you know, you just got to have that. In my opinion.
So
you think that the Tall Man belongs up there? Where you think top 5, top 6, maybe? Where would you put it?
Well, it's funny we're talking about this because I had just done a stream last week where we were kind of talking about the old horror icons, and we want, of course, me and you have talked about this too. You know, when are we going to get, you know, another big horror icon? I mean, we've got art, you know, and we've got some other icon or some other horror characters that are trying to become iconic. But anyways, long story short, for me, if I was to place the Tall Man in a number, he can't top Michael, Freddy, or Jason because that's my trinity, or Leatherface, or even Ghostface. And then you got to talk about Pinhead, and there's some other ones there, but I definitely would say he's in the top 10 for me personally. Just based upon longevity, the story of the franchise, the impact it's had on me personally as a horror fan. And it's funny because with Phantasm, it's so underrated that a lot of people they don't equate it to some of these other icons, like, you know, like a Pinhead or a Candyman. See, to me, the Tall Man is kind of on that second tier. you know what I'm saying, whatever that second tier is as far as a number, you know, people like Candyman or Pinhead, you know, those to me, those guys are all kind of on the same level. And then above them, you've got, you know, Michael, Freddy, Jason, you know, and stuff like that. So but I love him. I love him as a character. I think he's very interesting. He pops, you know, every time Angus Scrimm is on the screen in any of these movies, I zoom in, you know, even as a little kid, I was just like, whoa, you know, he has a presence, you know, his voice, the way he moves, and of course, what he can do. You know,
he has all the attributes. You know what I mean? He has all of them.
Yeah.
Not to mention the most unique weapon of any of them, bar none.
That's the truth. Oh my God.
Which were originally known as what they were originally going to call them. I wish they would have kept it. Was the Sentinel. I wish they'd have kept it being that.
Yeah,
you know,
me too.
I looked it up and found that out. Something else I said in that video, and at that point, a lot of people didn't know that.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
mm-hmm.
And that's the first time that I'd ever heard of it. I was like,
Yeah.
that is badass. They should have kept that, man.
I know.
But yeah, I put him in the top 10 too. Yeah. I'm looking forward to checking it out. I may not even run my mouth as much. I may be checking out the film a lot this particular time around. not get bullshit myself. I always run my mouth, you know. I can't wait. It's like I'm just bursting, just waiting for the person to stop so I can say stuff.
Right. I hear you.
But thanks a lot, man. I really appreciate you doing this for me. It's just a segment that I decided to throw in the show every Tuesday. I thought it'd be cool. It was, you know, it's a break in the monotony. It's just a change up, man. How you doing?
I'm doing good, man. I'm excited that you're going to be covering this fantastic movie that